Hello, today I thought I'd compare the Glock 17 and the Springfield XD in 9mm. Just a quick review here. They're both polymer pistols. This is the XD. It features a grip safety, which of course the Glock doesn't. Okay. Otherwise they're really very similar. The Glock holds 17 rounds in 9mm. The Springfield holds 16, so we've got to give that one to the Glock. Looks wise, I think you can't beat the Springfield, especially with the two-tone. That's just a nicer looking pistol, I think. The Glock's kind of plain. Magazines are steel in the XD, which is something I'm used to. In the Glock, they're plastic covered steel underneath, which is kind of different, but hey, it works. About the same weight, I think. I don't know, the plastic might protect it, make it a little bit more robust. As far as feel goes, it depends on your hand. So if you're thinking about getting one of these guns, get one that fits your hand. That's the most important thing. Both of these guns shoot well. They're both reliable. And they're both a lot of fun to shoot. I've noticed with the trigger, you can see on this one it's got a lot of slack to take up at the beginning of the pull. And then it's kind of mushy, but it's light. Now with this trigger pull, I did pretty good doing slow target shooting stuff at 15 yards. I did better with this than the Glock. Now the Glock has less take up there, and it's stiffer all the way through. Okay, so this one I actually did better with up close doing rapid fire shots. So it's kind of a trade-off, and that's just me. You might be totally different. One of the things looking at them from the outside is the Glock has more plastic parts. It's got plastic sights. It's got a plastic magazine release. Okay. The Springfield has a steel magazine release and a steel slide release, breakdown lever. If you look at those while I'm talking about them, you can see that they're kind of thick. All right. Everything about the XD is kind of, it looks like it's built tougher. It's got more material on it. If you look at the slide release, and this is an aftermarket one, but still stamped metal. Okay, it works, but it just looks thinner. Okay. Now when you hold them in your hand, the Glock is not as top heavy as the XD. The XD slide is a little bit taller, so the axis isn't as low. The barrel is higher above your hand. With the Glock, it sits lower in your hand, which may be why I did better with this with rapid fire. As far as takedown, make sure it's empty, of course. You pull down these two tabs. I'm sure everybody knows that. Let's take a look inside. You release it. Oh, let's try that again. There we go. Basic 3 components. You're going to get the basic 3 components in the Springfield as well. Barrel, slide, spring assembly. If you look at the frame, if I can show it to you, the slide rides on these 2 metal panels here and these 2 metal panels here in the back. Okay? And if you can see, they're pretty thin. Okay? Now with the XD, it ticks down a bit differently. To lock the slide back, like thusly, and you rotate this breakdown lever all the way up like that. Release the slide to press the trigger, off it comes. The first thing you'll notice with this one is they do their slide rails a bit different. It's this heavy block here that actually the slide runs on, and you can see that metal's pretty thick in there. The frame itself is thicker polymer than the Glock is. The Glock, you can actually twist it. Otherwise, they look pretty similar. This one just, to me, it just looks heavier duty. It just looks like it's built a little bit heavier. The spring assemblies are pretty much the same, captured spring assemblies. The Glock has a plastic front on it, which the Springfield is all steel. Okay. And the barrels are almost identical. I don't see any difference there at all. There's a polished feed ramp on this one. The Glock's I think is polished too, but they just blued it or whatever this finish is on it, the melanite or whatever it's called. Inside the slides, you've got this, by the extractor, there's a big groove there. And that just looks like a place for me for powder residue and all kind of crap to get in there. Okay. On the Glock slide, you really don't have that. You can see the difference there. So I got to give that one to Glock. Otherwise, very similar. The Glock fits my hand well. I shoot well with it. You know, it all depends on how it fits your hand. That's the key. Helps if I put the right parts in the right gun, doesn't it? So if you get the right gun that fits your hand, you're going to be good to go. I like the Glock, I think, a little bit better than the XD, but only because it fits my hand better than the XD does. So this is going to be just a personal choice on your part. I'll show you the problem I have, and I'll talk about that aftermarket part there in just a second, and why I put it on there. As soon as I get this bad boy back together. There we go. My problem is the slide release. When I use a two-handed grip like this, my thumb rests right on that. I mean, it's right under my thumb. So I never get the slide to lock back when I'm shooting with two hands, and that's irritating. Okay. Now on the Glock, the grip is not as far, it's further back, so my thumb is further back from the slide release. And I put on this new Ghost slide release. It's called their Bullet Forward design, and it actually extends the magazine release forward, but it also gives it a bigger bump, if you can see that, so you can get your thumb on it if you're going to actually use the mag release, or the slide release, excuse me. So hopefully, I haven't shot this one yet since I put that on. I just put that on today. So hopefully that's going to be pretty cool, and that's going to solve my problem with that. Okay. So I gotta go with the Glock for my personal preference, but you know, they're both great pistols, and you know, I've got them both. So you know, whichever one you like, whichever one fits your hand, and they both cost about the same. So that's my opinion, and I hope you can get one of these guys and have some fun with it. All right, thanks for watching.